Pastor Linda Davis. We thank her this morning. She's going to deliver our sermon that we just read.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody this Monday? Monday, I was going to say Monday. Sunday morning. I'm already one step ahead of myself. Let's go to the Lord in prayer real quick. Heavenly Father, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for this time together, and thank you for the fellowship. Thank you for Haven. And I thank you for each and every one of my brothers and sisters in Christ. Lord, it's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So we are in the book of Romans, chapter 1. Doc spoke to you last week about Romans and about Paul writing to the church in Rome, the Christians there in Rome. He did not start this church. They think it got started when the Holy Spirit came and ascended in about 2,000 people that were there. And they started the church. So Paul is in Corinth right now. If somebody can scroll the next one for me. And Paul is writing to the church of Rome. But before I really get into that, let me tell you all a little story about myself. I was born and raised in New York. Nobody can tell. Sometimes I have a little bit of a northern accent come out. In Long Island, in Suffolk County. Yep. My grandparents that lived in Baltimore retired to Oak Island back in the early 70s. There was nothing in Wilmington or Oak Island in the 70s. Okay? The only way you could get to Oak Island was a floating bridge. So you had to come during low tide. You couldn't come over during high tide because the bridge would be covered. So there was really nothing there. And I was under the age of 10, I'll put it to you that way. And we would come down and spend 2 weeks, first 2 weeks in August of every year, because we didn't start school until after Labor Day, the day after Labor Day. And my grandparents would get us either a house on the beach or a condo. And my grandparents, actually my grandmother, her brother and sisters, and all they would come down. We'd have 4 or 5 either beach houses or condos or whatever on the ocean front. And every year I would get to see my family, my extended family on my mother's side. And looking back on that now, it was one of the best times of my life. I used to be so excited. We would drive from New York to Maryland, spend the night there, pick up the rest of the family, and drive from Maryland to North Carolina. And back then, it was probably a 13-hour drive, because they only had 301. 95 wasn't complete all the way. They didn't have 40, but I would just be ecstatic. I mean, I couldn't sleep the night before. I was getting to see my cousins I hadn't seen since last year. We would play on the beach until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, all the adults would be sitting on the porch, drinking coffee and talking, and all us kids would be out running around. It was fun. It was an exciting time as a kid. Well, my excitement for that is the same way Paul is excited about going to Rome. And even though he's never been there, and as far as meeting the Christians there, started the church, he is overwhelmed and excited to be going, to be with his fellow believers. So he's in Corinth, and he's writing this letter. And at the time he's writing the letter, the Jews in Corinth are plotting to kill him. Even while this is going on, he is still joyous and zealous for Christ. He is on his way to Jerusalem, where he knew imprisonment or possible death waited him. So he wasn't even sure he was writing a letter if he would make it to Rome. But he trusts God to know that if that's where he needs to go, then he'll go. He'll get there. And even though Paul did not start the church in Rome, he states in his letter, he starts his letter by thanking God through Jesus Christ for all of you because of your faith being proclaimed throughout the whole world. And this is going back 2,000 years ago. And the Roman Christians started this church, and their faith was so strong that everybody knew about everybody heard about it. And Paul was excited to be a part of that. Just as I am as excited to be a part of Haven. The way Paul feels about the Christians of Rome is the same way I feel about each and every one of you here. I am excited when I come here on Sunday to see each and every one of you. A lot of times that's the only time I get to see you is on Sunday. And I am joyous and overwhelmed as Paul was when he was writing this letter. My faith has turned Haven into my second home where my other family is. You're not my blood family, but you're my family in Christ. You're believers with me.
Good.
We share the same Father. Let's see. He tells them he has a spiritual gift for them and that he is excited about being encouraged together with each other's faith. He's excited to go there and spend time with them to kind of spur each other on, to share in each other's faith, to lift it up. And that's what we're to do when we see each other on Sunday. We're supposed to be here for each other and encourage each other and be excited for each other and share our faith with each other. And if somebody's new here or we don't know them and we're not sure about their faith, we are to share that faith with them. 1 Corinthians 10, 31, 11, 1 says, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Do not cause anyone to stumble, whether Jews, Greeks, or the church of God, even as I try to please everyone in every way, for I am not seeking my own good, but the good of many, so that they may be saved. Then 11:1 says, follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. You know, a lot of times people are people pleasers and they try to do things to please people. But we can't do that. We have to follow the doctrine and what Christ teaches us and as Paul teaches us. Central ideal, Paul is telling the church in Rome in his opening verses of his letter that he has been wanting to come to Rome for a while now. He has been prevented in coming as he writes the letter to Roman Christians. He's excited and joyous and hopefully that he will be with his fellow believers. And before he shows them the theology and some deeper truths of the gospel, Paul is showing himself, his heart, that he cares about them, that he loves them. He's excited to go there. He wants to share with them. Paul tells of his sincere spiritual motives in writing and ministering to them with warm affection, sensitivity. He assures them of his genuine devotion to God, his genuine love for them. He was devoted to God, we know that. And he wanted the Roman Christians to know he loved them. Though they had never met him, they were fellow believers. He loved them. We are to love each other as fellow believers. We are brothers and sisters in Christ, and we should care about each other. Paul carried that heartfelt passion of Christ for their spiritual welfare and an eager desire to develop a spiritual and personal friendship. It was important to him, and it should be important to each and every one of us. Can we go to the next one, please? Proverbs 27:17 says, iron sharpens iron, and one person sharpens another. It's important that we spend time together, that we read God's word together, that we fellowship. Romans 8:38 and 39 says, for I am convinced that neither death nor life, nor either angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither high nor depth, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. Nothing can separate us from each other. Nothing. We don't let it. Nothing can do it. There's nothing stronger. We have it all in Christ. Supporting ideas of the text, Paul's words mark the sign of a true spiritual service to God. In verses 8 to 15, he is a thankful spirit. He starts his letter off, I thank God for you. He is a concerned spirit. says, you know, I've been wanting to get to you, but I can't. I care about you. A willing and submissive spirit. He's willing to go wherever he needs to. And he's submissive. A loving spirit. A humble spirit. A fruitful spirit. He loves. He preaches the gospel. And he humbles himself. And he is obedient to God, an eager spirit and a bold spirit. We know Paul in the book of Acts was, you know, beat up, thinking he was left for dead. He's definitely bold. Paul's primary service to God was the preaching of the gospel of his Son, and that service included deep personal concern for everyone who believed in the gospel. Paul is eager to preach the gospel in Rome. The Spirit is compelled to go because that's where God will lead him. His will for him. That's what he's referring to when he says, I have a harvest and fruit for you. It's because he wants to share in his, what he believes, what, you know, he wants to share that with them. So the here and now. That Haven is our Roman church. And that even though there are a lot of people that come in here that none of us know, we are to have only one thing on our mind, and that is to share the gospel. We should be excited and joyous as Paul was. And Paul didn't know his outcome, but he remained positive and strong in his faith and spirit. One day that Wilmington will know one day of our strong faith and service to others. This is Paul writes the letter. We too here in Wilmington, they will know of our strong foundation of Haven. Romans 10:9-10. If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it's with your mouth that you confess your faith and are saved. Believe that in your heart and confess it with your mouth and you will be saved. 1 Philippians 1:21. For me, to live is Christ, and to die is gain. 2 Corinthians 5:8 puts it this way: we are confident, I say, and would prefer to be away from the body and at home with the Lord. My conclusion is, if you had to write a letter regarding your faith here at Haven and what Haven has done for you, what would you write? Would you be excited to tell others who are suffering an addiction about Christ and how they could get help with their addiction and learn about the gospel by being a patient at Haven? Would you be willing to stop at nothing to bring the gospel and a healthier life to people who are dying every day, not just in Wilmington, North Carolina, but all over the world? Would you make trips to other states and cities proclaiming the good news in Haven Church Clinic? Well, I am that person. I am a believer in Christ Jesus, and I am a patient of Haven Church and Clinic. And I am not alone. And I was going to have Chad come up and Serena, but Serena's not here, tell y'all how they feel about Haven and what Haven's done for them. But just keep in mind that with Paul and in Romans, that is true love for the fellow believers in Rome, even though he did not start that church. And that is how I feel about each and every one of you here. So with that, I'm going to let Chad finish.
Well, without having a prepared speech, just right from the heart, this is my home. I've found, as many of you know, many male members of my family died in my adolescence. I came here seeking a mentor and a father figure, perhaps. I found that in Dr. Lisney, and not just a father figure, but a person to look towards on how to act and react to others as a Christian. Dr. Lisney is a perfect example to follow. As a man, I've never seen him raise his voice any decibels above what you hear him in church. There's many of others of you that I relate to and love to come and congregate every day, not just Sundays, with. But if I had to write a letter to Haven concerning how I feel about you, I would be just as eager as Paul. It's a truth around my house that I get up 2 hours before I'm even supposed to be here. I get up at 4:30 every morning. I don't have to be here until 7. I get to work about 30 minutes to an hour early. I think that in itself shows my eagerness to even get here. I've become a person that went from loathing and hating his job, my past job, to one who actually cares and loves his present job. So I've been blessed in that area too.
Do you think that's because you're a believer?
It's definitely because I'm a believer, but it's not only because I'm a believer, but it manifests itself into realistic. I used to be a believer, but church was just going through the motions.
Right.
Then I found Haven, which is a place that I actually could relate. When I went to church in the past, I would visit Southern Baptist churches and maybe Methodist churches, but I always felt eyes on me.
You go through the
It wasn't
external
because
part
of
of
my
it.
long hair, maybe my tattoos, or just because there were churches in my neighborhood, and some of these people knew my reputation in the neighborhood, and they would scoff at me being in church. Having known that this night before, Saturday night, I probably was out drinking. Haven, I've never felt judged. In fact, I've felt, if anything, camaraderie and
Accepted.
accepted.
Mm-hmm.
When I came, I felt that I was being welcomed in with open arms. I didn't understand certain aspects of the program, and people led me along just as sheep follow the herd. I followed the along, and anytime I didn't know about a rule, I asked others. They were glad to help, and Dr. Lisney was very accepting and would answer questions that I had about the Bible. And so Haven, this is the most important thing. I see Haven as a three-pronged place, which Dr. Lisney spoke of before. In ancient times, in antiquity, you saw physical healing, spiritual healing, and mental healing all in the same place. They weren't separate. Now they're separate. You go to church for spiritual healing, you go to the doctor for physical healing, and then you might go to a mental doctor for psychological healing. Here at Haven, I've found one place that I can come to enhance the development of all three. And I find that to be the most unique thing about Haven, Alaska, or Wilmington, is it's a place where you can be mentally, physically, and spiritually healed.
And I think
So
the other thing.
in that aspect, I'm going to turn it back over to Miss Linda and just tell you all that I do love you, and I am eager, as Paul is, to come and see you guys every Sunday, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. And God bless each and every one of you, especially those in Alaska. I'm definitely eager. I've never been north of the Mason-Dixon line, but I actually opened my mind and considered going that way, heading north, because I'd love to visit our Alaska church. So
Yeah,
I'm eager
me
like
too.
Paul, but I have certain obstacles stopping me from visiting Alaska. So that, in that sense, I know how Paul felt about the Roman church.
The only
Thank
thing
you
I was
guys.
going to, thank you, Chad, was going to say to Chad
Thank you.
is that what's different here is that you can be a part of, whatever you want to be a part of here, you can be a part of it. If you're not a part of it, it's because you haven't tried or just don't want to. There's plenty to do here, there's plenty to be a part of, and you can be a part of whatever you want to be a part of. All you gotta do is ask somebody, and one of us will point you in the right direction. That's how I'm up here preaching today, only because I asked. I asked to do things, I asked to help out, I'll do this, I'll do that. It didn't bother me, I didn't care, I just wanted to give. And that's the beauty of Haven too, you can give back through Haven in so many different ways. To serve Haven.
Absolutely correct, because that makes you well-rounded, makes you balanced, help me find myself and what I'm passionate about, which anybody that knows me knows it's saving animals and cats. But anytime I ever tell anybody, I try to get them to come here and tell them that this is where you're going to find. I've always felt like being spiritual is what helped me get clean and stay clean.
Absolutely.
So but,
We're longing for that.
yeah,
that
absolutely.
Relationship with God.
Yeah,
It's
so,
a
and
big
just
part of it.
feeling welcomed and loved and never feeling judged, yeah, so, but yeah, I always tell everybody this is what saved my life. I mean, this place literally saved my life.
Yeah. It probably saved everybody's life. Sure, thank you, Linda.
Can I say a couple things?
Yeah, absolutely, Doc. Yeah, I'm gonna let Doc say a few
Let's
things,
say
okay?
a few things, 'cause we have each of those about it.
But the thing I wanted to say, first of all, I haven't lived up to Chad's standard, because I have raised my voice before.
I've never.
Um, Yeah, I've raised my voice before, I know I have. And I've learned over time to go out of the hallway and lock the door behind me, and then go into the dosing room and lock that door, and then go into my office and lock that door. So I don't do that very often. And just put some distance between myself and things, so I don't do that. But and being here is hard. It's hard to be here, and there's people here that are struggling here right now, and it's hard. And if you're here right now and you're struggling and it's hard, that's probably really good.
Amen.
That's probably really good, and it's probably a real good sign. If you're here and you're struggling right now with something. Because if you're here and you're struggling with something right now, that means that there's something going on, and it means that it's an opportunity for something to change. And the toughest part of being here, and you know, for Chad to get up here, and Chad likes his job, but his job is really tough, and it's gotten tougher since I've been here less, because then he's got more frontline things to do. But the toughest part of being here is to have to not do the kindly love things, but do the tough love things, and set limits with people on things that they need limits setting on. Just like when I raised my 6 kids, I just didn't indulge my children and give them all the things they wanted. I had to set limits with my kids. You know, my kids have had struggles, but for the most part, my kids have turned out pretty good. But I've had to set limits with my kids, and a lot of times they didn't like me. You know, I mean, I had times when my kids did not like me. They did. And it was very difficult at home when they did not like me because of limits I put on them. There's times in recovery you have to have limits put on you. Because if you're just giving your way, you'll keep doing the things you do with it, and it won't help you. So if you're struggling, it's good. But what I really wanted to speak on is that part of Paul's, I don't know if we can get to the text, if you can back up to the text, but where he says that he wants to be with them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Go back a little farther.
Worship in the Word.
I go back to worship in the Word.
Just, yeah, let's see, right there maybe. Verse 12, that is that you and I may be mutually encouraged by each other's faith. Because I've been here times where, there's been numbers of times where I've been here where I've gone home and I've said, I'm not coming back. This is so god awful. I can't take it anymore. You know, I can't take it anymore. It's too hard. It's too difficult. And then overnight, you know, my attitude's changed, and I've come back and I've sat in on a devotional, and somebody in a devotional said something that just made it clear the Holy Spirit is working in their life, and affecting their life and working in their life, and it encouraged my faith so much that how I felt the day before and the night before just was gone. And it fueled me in a way that nothing else could fuel me. And I'll tell you, that's happened numerous times, where when I wanted to throw in the towel and say, I've had it with this. And so I haven't been in daily devotion
holy,
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 holy,